Okay, I'm back. It's huge. We have so much to talk about. But first, Mark, please give me that announce that you know I love. And I need, give me that announce I love.
Live from the Bensound Studios in Los Angeles, California, it's Straight Talk with Ross Matthews.
So dumb.
So weird.
He's the gay best friend you wish you had and know you need.
This is tough love, honey.
Now, here he is, Ross Matthews.
Give me some straight talk, and hold the sugar, please. Straight talk, sounds plenty sweet to me. Don't talk to me in circles and
Mumbo jumbo jive.
Hello, everybody.
Oh my God, Ross,
And
you are
welcome to the program.
exciting.
It is so exciting. There's so much to get to. I have just resurfaced from the Big Brother. The Big Brother house birthed me back out into the world, and I bring with me a gift to all of you. You know, when I said I was going to the Big Brother house, I said I was going to do well. I said I've always wanted to play this game.
Yeah.
And I was scared about who would be in there with me. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? Not only did I come in second place and win America's favorite player, I made a friend for life. And guess what? She's here with me now. Please welcome the winner of Celebrity Big Brother, Marissa Jaret Winokur.
Oh my God.
I'm here.
Marissa is here now. If you guys,
So good to see you.
there's so much to talk about. I have not talked to Fagsy about anything. I have not talked to you guys, the listeners, about anything. Trust me, coming up, there will be a press conference where you all can ask me anything. But first, Marissa and I, we have to get to it. We met each other in the house. We were inseparable. People watched us on the live feeds on Pop TV and on the show. Marissa, okay, we got out of the house Sunday night, right?
Yes, Sunday night.
What happened Monday morning?
I think I found your phone number about 4 a.m. and I was like, I can't sleep without you.
Oh my gosh.
And I was still awake. I couldn't go to sleep until 4 a.m. And then we both had press starting at 6 in the morning. So we were up.
Wow.
And then we did the talk together that day.
Yeah.
Right.
And then at 3 p.m., what happened, Marissa?
You came over to my house for a barbecue.
Who was at the barbecue?
Brandi, Ari, and
Omarosa.
Love.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I spent the last 3 weeks like kind of defending her because I spent one night with Omarosa and I loved her.
Yeah,
I love
she's
Omarosa.
fascinating.
Fascinating.
She's also kind of in her own way evil, but she is and like we have this mutual respect for each other. We'll
Yeah.
get into all of
Okay,
that.
good.
Yeah.
But my point is then on so we spent all Monday night together after getting out. Yesterday we talked, first person I call is Marissa, first person I talk to. We talk to each other, and then today we just had lunch together.
I love it.
So we're having a little codependency issue.
What
and
are we
that's
doing
okay.
tomorrow?
We're going to shoot something at my house tomorrow.
And then go to dinner
and then
together.
We're going to dinner with
Oh my God, I love it. Wait,
Brandi
so
and
you didn't know
I.
each other at all?
No, we had met one time in the basement of a production company,
Yeah.
World of Wonder, and was like, "Oh
That sounds so
hi,
dirty.
oh hi," like that. Hey. That's
That was
all
it.
we. know.
Yeah.
You know, the minute I knew that she was going to be on, I said to myself, there's a friendship right there. I knew it. I
Well,
knew it that this was your girl.
I don't know. It would have been. I know I would have made it through the house. It would have been so much more difficult because Marissa and I found out instantly in the Big Brother game that we shared a brain. Okay. Right. And so we had a ride or die, never a final two agreement.
Yeah, we have to make that clear because people are getting really mad.
Yeah.
But we didn't. No.
We purposely were like, I can't promise I'll bring you to the final two, but we can get to the finals together.
Yeah.
And we did. You know, Marissa was such a sounding board for me when I had an idea for this game. And by the way, we will talk all about gameplay because I know you guys were doing it. And a big thank you to Nikki B, who held the reins throughout the show. She's not here today, but she will be back. She sends her love to everybody. Yeah. But you guys really kept it going. I'm so proud of you and grateful. You guys were talking about my gameplay the whole time, but I got to tell you, my ride or die Marissa, I would not have done as well in this game if I did not have her by my side.
Yeah.
There were moments where I would literally look at him and be like, don't say that, but I know what you're thinking. Right, we can't say that because that sounds horrible and evil. So let's not say
like
it. But
one of those things where when I nominated Marissa and Keisha, I was like, but
Omarosa.
When I nominated Omarosa and Keisha, I turned and looked at her and I was like, I don't know if we need to get Omarosa. And she goes, don't say it.
Don't say it. Don't say
because
it.
what I was saying is we should keep this bitch in for the ratings.
We're not fools.
Absolutely.
We want to be
I
able
love
to
that you
keep
knew
watching.
that.
We
Of
did.
course.
We were
Yes.
like, wait, if she goes, people will stop watching because we knew Omarosa was in the house. People were watching.
Absolutely.
We were smart
Absolutely.
enough to know that. Thank God.
I have so many questions.
Well, you have right now. You will get to ask me questions one-on-one, but we have the two of us here now.
Yeah.
So we will open the press conference up to all the people on Facebook watching us live right now. We're streaming, and so we will answer all those questions from me. But But I'm afraid, Marissa, I will have you leave at one point in this episode because I'm afraid people will call in and say, Ross, you were robbed. And I was not robbed.
It's fine. He was a little bit.
Okay, stop it. But I don't want you to hear that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up a press conference right now. This is a dual press conference with the winner and the runner-up of Celebrity Big Brother. You guys can ask your questions now. Press conference.
Ross Matthews over here. Ross
Let's
Matthews
go
over
to
here. Ross
young
Matthews.
lady in the front row.
Oh, thank you. Welcome home. What I want to know what the hardest thing to readjust to out of the house. What was the hardest thing to readjust
That's
to?
a beautiful question. Thank you so much. Marissa?
You too, yeah.
My hardest thing, honestly, was just coming back and having to be a mom again. I know I complained about missing my kids so much, but oh my God, I hate 4th grade homework. I hate all that stuff that comes with being a mom, not just the love. So that's been hard. That's been hard just getting back into life. And our life stood still while we were there.
Right.
I mean, like, we didn't do anything, but everybody else is still the same.
Yeah. And my biggest, it's so funny. The first week, what you miss, and because we were locked away from the outside world, we went into seclusion. For 29 days, we went into seclusion, a hotel room by yourself, no TV, nothing. You couldn't talk to anybody. And so it was a 29 days total being cut off from the world. And at first, you miss your phone, you miss the internet, you miss what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
It quickly becomes not about that at all. When I got out of the house, I said, I don't even want my phone. Keep it. Like Trisha kept handing it to me. I'm like, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I wanted my family. I wanted my mom. I needed to talk to my mom. I needed to talk to Salvador and see the dogs. But then getting out of the house, the stimulation was the weirdest thing. Did you see Room? You know that movie Room?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know when the little boy escaped the room?
I don't know if this is exactly like
but it felt like that. Like
Room.
it just was like, oh my God, everything's so bright and things are moving so fast and everything's so loud.
Saturated.
And I haven't even turned on my television.
Yeah.
Because I can't. It's too much visual and noise at the same time. It's too much.
I'd started reading the news and I would like just start crying. So I'm like, what did I missed so much.
Somebody handed me a phone at one point and I saw the screen and I was like, oh my God, it's so bright and it's moving. And like they were showing me Instagram pictures. I was like, slow down. I can't take it all in at once. Just go one picture at a time. It's like our brain, when a sauce reduces and it gets really thick?
Yep.
That's what happened to our brains in the house.
Well, that could have been because of the Doritos. But.
Yeah.
The Doritos. Oh, I noticed the Doritos.
All right. Hold on. It's a dual press conference. It continues. Any questions? Yes. All right, ma'am. The older lady in the back.
So I'm curious, what was on the headphones for both of you guys inside of the house?
Oh, beautiful question.
Like, what were you listening to?
So, Marissa, tell them there are headphones in the house, but who are they for?
Thanks, Ross. They're for the head of household only. And since I never won head of household, until that last competition that made me win the show. I never got to have my earphones, but I did want to have, I was like, I want Gypsy, but I want Patti LuPone's Gypsy. Yeah. That was my pick.
Before you go to the house, you can write down certain things. If I win HOH, I want this snack in my basket.
I didn't know that.
And you can do like 3 albums, right? So I was HOH twice. Twice. And I won Power of Veto 3 times, but who's counting?
Not the jury.
Not the jury. They were. CJ, did you hear that? She said not the jury. Those bitter Bettys. My first time I got Lemonade by Beyonce. Second time I got what I should have gotten the first time, which was Donna Summer's greatest hit.
Oh, I love that. I love to love you, baby. Oh, it's so good.
Yes.
It was so good.
That's a good choice.
Sweet darling, I'm gonna it's so good.
I love that. Yeah.
I would close my eyes in the HOH bedroom and I would just picture myself twirling in a caftan in Palm Springs. It was anything to escape where you were. Sleep was a currency because it was the only thing that could fast forward time.
But how did you know when to sleep? Like if you're you're so cut off from time, right?
When you passed out.
Whenever you could, you sleep. Because guess what? In the middle of the night, if you fell asleep, they didn't give a shit. They would 2, 3 in the morning. They'd go, Ross, you need to come to the diary room. And I'd be like, what?
And he would go.
Okay. And my hair would be like, okay, what do you want to know? I found out later, they'd always go, Omarosa, like, ready? They'd be like, Ross, go to the diary room. With Omarosa, they'd be like, excuse me, Omarosa?
Sorry to bother you.
Thank you for your patience. Is there any chance, we're sorry to bother, you could make it
why did they give her the royal treatment?
We found out later, she negotiated in her contract that she would get 1 hour from when they asked her to go to the diary room to when she had to be in the diary room.
Smart woman.
Okay,
I have to say she's smart.
Everybody.
She's the smartest person.
Me
and Ross were like, okay, I don't even need lipstick. Okay, what do you got? I didn't even have hair on. I would be like, okay, what do you need to know?
I went in.
Like, it was such a mess.
Mid bloody nose. I went in one time.
Are
I
you
was just
serious?
like holding in like, what? I'll answer anything you got. What do you want? I'm dripping. What do you want? Because it was so dry in that house. I had bloody noses every day.
Oh, it was so gross. And I would always have to do like the rules because I think for some reason they thought that like I I would be good at the rules. So they would like be shut. They're like, and then say this, this, and this, like tell the rules of the game.
Because like in a game, it's like first we had to hold on to the skis, and the first person to fall lost. Like you have to like do that.
And
Yeah.
I would be so tired and not understand. And
But
Wait,
to not
Ross,
have
what's the story behind that hat? Because so many people were asking that hat and that brooch.
Which hat now?
The hat you wore in the diary room.
The maroon one?
Yes, and
With
it was a
the little brooch on the thing. Thank you so much for asking.
Yes.
Now, you weren't called on, but I will accept the question anyway. Thank you so much. More of a question for me, but since Marissa's here, but that's fine. I'm going to answer it. So in my I was head of household twice, and I won 3 powers of veto.
Oh, yeah,
But the first time in my basket, for some reason, they put a little maroon hat. And I was like, I don't really wear hats, you know? But they kept calling me into the diary room at 3 a.m, and my hair I looked like a Muppet. Right, so I was like, I'm gonna start wearing this hat.
Muppet.
But my favorite Muppet. But I couldn't just wear a plain hat. So I go, God, I wish I had some sort of brooch. And Brandi goes, well, I have like these earrings that are dangly, and there was a little like vent hole in the hat. So I just looped the hook, the earring hook in it, and put it. And I go, I'll wear it like this.
I love it.
So I just kept wearing that hat with one single.
I love it.
He's like, just in case anyone missed that I was gay, I'm gonna just make sure everyone in Middle America knows.
Oh, it's
I
so
just
great.
wanted to give people something to talk about.
Absolutely.
You know,
You
me
did.
and a little stupid hat's not going to, but me with a little like bedazzled hat is going to make give people a thrill. The next question,
Marissa, I have a question. Yes, I have a question over here.
Yes.
What are these allergy pills? Can you?
Well,
I know my drugs, so I just was curious.
What allergy pills are we
let's
talking
explain.
about?
Let's explain what's going on. So sleep is a currency in this house, and it's hard to get to sleep. Okay, well, let's just tell the truth. Marissa, let's just finally tell the truth.
Can I try to guess?
Well,
Okay.
Well, because Marissa would then I would say I can't sleep. She goes, I have some allergy pills. If you need some, I can give you an allergy. So I'd be like, can I have an allergy pill? Let's tell the truth. Go there.
Well, I take Klonopin. So sometimes,
And I don't know what Klonopin is.
so I put it in my Zyrtec little container, so that if somebody actually needed just a little help, but maybe that was my strategy because I cut them off 3 nights before the end.
You did cut me off,
And
but I was fine.
maybe-
No, but I didn't want anything either because it made me drowsy. I would get a quarter of
He would
whatever
take
her
like a
pill
half
is.
of
Oh,
my
that's
half.
good. You took a quarter.
half of a half.
Okay, good.
It was a 0.25. Look, I only take 0.50, but every night at midnight, I was like, I'm not going to let anyone know I take any pills. By day 2, I was like, where are my pills?
Right.
I was like, happy time. And then I would take them and I would get a little crazy for 20 minutes.
She would be nuts.
was-
The
Really?
shit she would say after she took her pill is amazing.
I love it.
Amazing.
I
What-
think it's good.
can we?
Yeah,
It was on
when
the
the-
live feed.
on the-
Sal quoted it. And I was
on
like,
the
that
live
was
feed.
out. That went out.
I saw it.
I was when I said I'm gonna vote Marissa out with my
I didn't
boner.
see that. Yeah. Oh, you said that? Oh, that's so
I
great.
go, I'm gonna vote her out with my boner, and everyone's like, Marissa, stop talking. Go to bed. Go to bed.
My favorite Marissa is when she's high and it's like past. It's like when she took a Quaalude and it just kept going. You know, if you can hold out, it just gets good.
Totally.
So if she took her sleeping pill and held out, it just got good. It just got good. Any other questions, everybody?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Marissa, I have a question.
Yes.
How did you keep your hair so big and flowy and beautiful in the house?
That is
Because
a
your hair was
very-
working.
Yeah.
That is a very
Your hair
good
was like the
question.
secret guest.
Oh, it was.
Of the house.
There were I had a lot of wigs with me. My hair is completely fake. I wear tons of wigs. So I brought 5 hair pieces with me, knowing that would last the whole show. And I would revamp them. I would hide them in the bed sometimes to make people think I was sleeping. I had a lot of fun with my wigs.
Can I ask now, can we turn the table and ask you guys some questions?
Sure.
Because we
Sure.
were in the house locked away. We didn't know how the show was going.
Yeah.
So you guys are trusted confidants.
Oh.
Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss.
Confidant.
Oh, yeah.
And so I feel like we need to ask you what it was like watching us in the house. So let's have a different kind of press
Oh,
conference where we
love it.
turn the
Yes, yes.
tables.
Okay.
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 Quick question.
I have a question. I have a question.
Ross Matthews.
Yes, okay. I have a question. When we were in the house, we didn't know if anybody was watching. Since we've come out of the house, we heard that it was 5-6 million people watching
Yes.
us every night.
Yeah.
What was it like as friends of mine and fans of Marissa, now a friend of Marissa, knowing that the show was a success and people were into it and watching? What did that feel like for you as outsiders, thinking about us as insiders?
Great question. Do you want to take it?
Sure. I think, just meeting Marissa and love her, but we have a mutual friend. So
Yes.
that we were always texting throughout the show. Knowing Ross, I became very protective of just what people were saying online. So I had to reel it back, but then I would just go in. So to see how people were so engaged, and I realized a Big Brother fan is a Big Brother fan.
Yeah.
And then people that just watch it because we're Ross fans, it's two different lanes.
Well, and so many people watch it. This morning I heard Jennifer Lawrence on Howard Stern talking about how she was watching Celebrity Big Brother. Everybody was watching. When I got out of the house, Rosie O'Donnell FaceTimed me. People, I mean, it was just
Andy
been,
Cohen
just been
did too.
nuts.
Yeah,
Yes,
Lucy
of
Lawless was watching the whole time. Yeah.
Yes.
I love that we're only naming our celebrity friends that watch.
It's unbelievable.
But that's a good way to put it. I have to agree with CJ. I got protective of you too online.
Were people being mean?
Well, you know, that show, the one thing I don't like about the show is it produces a lot of opinions. And some of them are I saw homophobia and stuff like that. Yeah, who gives a shit? Well, that's where I was saying I wanted to go in and protect you and defend you, but then I pulled back. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I told my friends to delete anything mean before I got out.
Wait, real quick. So I have to tell you, I have a surprise for Marissa.
Oh my God, there's a great.
Hello?
Am I on the air?
You're on the air. I just mentioned a name of somebody who watched the show and supported us, Marissa. And on the phone right now, live from New York City, please say hello to Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh my God.
Rosie!
Hi, honey.
Oh my God,
How are you all?
Oh my God, I love you.
Oh, I was so impressed with both of you, bringing it in for the Broadway community like you did.
Rosie, I have to say, getting out of the house and finding out that you were watching and tweeting your support for us, Rosie, this is Ross, by the way, made me so unbelievably happy. What was it like watching on the outside?
Well, you know, I never saw the show, and when I saw it was you two, I'm not that familiar with anyone else on there. They all seem like lovely, interesting people. However, it was you two that I knew, and not only knew, you know, celebrity-wise, know in real life. So I was like, they have it. I know the two of them. They're batshit crazy and great. So they're going to win. You know, and it was so funny because it was so weird to not know the rules, right? I'm watching it totally the first time in my life, and I'm like going, wait a minute. Does Omarosa not know they have microphones? She's whispering.
Yeah, we thought that too.
I couldn't understand what was happening a lot, but I got so hooked on it. And, you know, my partner Liz is a cop in Worcester, and she and I were just over the moon watching every single episode.
That's great.
Could you believe, Rosie, when my little interview with Omarosa was talked about in the White House briefing room? Could you believe that was happening?
You don't know how big the news was. You were in that house. It was huge freaking news. I wrote that you should win a Pulitzer Prize.
You're right. That's right. It's true.
Don't get any freaking information out of this White House. The press corps, what are they doing? The man is nuts. Someone say it. Omarosa, help us.
What if she saves the day at the end of all this?
Did you feel a little kinship with Omarosa at that moment, Rosie, where you were like, oh my God, Omarosa and I have something in common?
Here's another thing. I never watched Celebrity Apprentice. Right?
Right.
So I never really knew her, but I will tell you this. I got a lot of the flavor of personality of Star Jones.
Oh, interesting. I could see that,
Yeah, very intelligent, very put together, very intellectual, very smart, very, very close to her Southern roots and her family, her God stuff that she's got going on.
Yeah.
I felt her similar to Star, who, you know, and listen, do you know what it was like? There are probably a handful of African-American pop culture archetypes.
Right.
You know, and the real people, Star Jones and Omarosa, they were black women before there was an Oprah. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. They didn't have that show to tune into and step into their regal royalty. So there was something about Omarosa that intrigued me.
Oh my
that's
God.
Right.
She's fascinating.
Rosie, I cannot get enough of her, and she's still. And since I have said out loud, I'm obsessed with Omarosa. I'm fascinated. She's crazy. I'm obsessed, and she doesn't mind. She keeps texting me, Rosie.
She made me have a barbecue at my house. She was crazy. Omarosa was like, "You're doing a barbecue." I'm like, "Okay."
Right, and then her husband died tragically, and
Michael,
you know, we don't know what it's like to be.
That's right.
Raised in the black churches of the South. And it's had a profound effect on every one of my friends who grew up that way.
Yeah.
And it's hard to sort of I don't know. I found her compelling. I loved Mark McGrath, but I always liked him when he was in that cute song about putting your underwear on the bed.
Yeah, he's so cute. We love him. Cute. I have to ask you a question
adorable.
too. Well, yeah, because you actually texted me all your thoughts on everybody. So can we just real quick go through people? Do you want to do that? Are you comfortable doing that? So Mark, you love.
Well, he was just like an adorable OCD kind of stoner dad that I thought was loving and kind and adorable. I enjoyed him thoroughly.
All right, let's talk about meta world peace.
I'm very glad that he got to play basketball at some point because I'm not sure what other job he can do.
Okay. Let's talk about Keisha Knight Pulliam. She went home because her milk was drying up. That was the right thing to do to let her go home, right?
Of course, but why wasn't somebody with a nursing baby going on that show unless you really needed the money? Right. I don't know. I didn't get to know her, but she seemed very likable, and she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, beautiful.
But I didn't get to know her because she was not on enough.
What about Brandi Glanville? She's a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills.
Okay, here's another thing. Never seen Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Me neither.
I just saw Nene.
Yeah.
I like Nene.
Me too. I like Nene.
Yeah. So I didn't know her very well at all. All I knew her was the Eddie Cibrian, Leanne Rimes mess.
Yes.
So, I think that a 12-step program might be in her future and that she might feel a little bit better about her life afterwards.
Okay, let's talk about Shannon Elizabeth, who's so mad at me, and Shannon. She's so mad at Marissa and me.
Shannon?
Okay, well, listen, I did not know who she was. I had never seen her, or I don't remember where. I had never seen her, so I wasn't familiar with who she was at all. And then when she kept winning and then got out, and then everybody's like, Liz and my kids are like, you have to do that. You have to vote out the strong
Of course.
one. Yes. I was like, okay.
That's the rule.
Like, I don't really know. Yeah, but she, I had never seen her. She seemed nice. She seemed like she would be good at the game
Rosie,
if she had stayed in there.
She spelled responsibilities under duress. Like,
I know.
Who does that?
Yeah, I know.
It would take me a year to do that.
That was wild.
If we play Scrabble with her, she has to give us like 200 points.
Exactly.
So here's my next thing I want to talk about. You sent me the nicest text, Rosie, the thing that I will cherish for the rest of my life when you talk to me about the importance of people like Marissa and I being on that national network and in the final two. And can you just talk a little bit about what you said to me?
Well, it just lifted my spirits. I got to say, like most of the nation, I'm in sort of a post-traumatic shock of what has happened. And you guys had the 26 days of relief from the madness of this world. But to tune in and see you two, young, talented, the beautiful Broadway diva and the gay wordsmith, charming, like you are every fag, hag, and gay boy duo that has served part of this community, that have been the staple and the backbone of our community. And when you got all choked up, Ross, about that little boy that you were, fat and gay and being teased in elementary school, and I knew Marissa and we've talked about our weight issues and what it feels like to be an outsider. And, Marissa and I are very similar in that we both have Tony Awards.
Of course. Thanks for rubbing
was
that in.
Completely honorary and not real. Anyway,
Counts.
The point is that I was so proud of you and to be part of that family of queer America. And you guys are part of it, and I'm part of it, and everyone who loves their gay, and America's part of it. Look, Ross, you were voted the favorite house guest.
Yeah.
And you were fully you and not a caricature. And Marissa, you were fully you. Your open heart and your never-ending mouth movement never changed. You're the only thing that works more than your mouth is your huge heart, because you're one of the nicest, kindest people around.
Yeah.
And you love that boy like any lioness mother does. And you're a family girl, and you fought cancer, and you won that Tony in one of the most brilliant performances I've ever seen live on Broadway. And I could not be prouder for all of you. I got tingles in my body, and it made me so happy to get that I know and love you both, and it's been a gift in my life.
Well, listen, those tingles are the same tingles we feel knowing that you even know our names, Rosie. We love you, and I'm so grateful that you called in.
Honey.
Thank you. I just could not love you more than I do.
Me too.
Listen, Marissa, don't spend it all in one place.
No, my husband's making me put it in a college fund. I'm so bored with that idea.
Yeah, tell him I love it. But maybe I'll send you, something free from Amazon so you could feel like the winner you are.
Thank you. I need something.
Rosie, I'm going to see you soon. I know you're having a fancy dinner with another gay iconish person right now, like coming up. Do you want to say who?
That's my Randy Rainbow, who I love making.
Oh my God, his music videos are the best. Please send my love. I'm obsessed with his music videos.
I love him too.
They're so smart.
Now listen, I'm thinking the four of us, Marissa, Ross, me, and Randy Rainbow, another show in daytime, and it's called Hey, We're Here.
Why don't we just call it Aquarica instead of America? Yeah. We're working on the title.
Yeah, I'm in. I don't care about the title. Yeah,
work on it.
I'm in.
Rosie, whatever you do, I'm following. I just adore you, and I can't believe I live in a world where I get to know you. So thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, I love you both. Bye.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Rosie. Thank you, and I love that you watched. That's a little surprise for you, Marissa Jaret Winokur.
She's literally, I remember watching the Rosie show and watching like her bringing on Broadway people when I was growing up. Yeah. Nobody cared about the Broadway people, and Rosie brought back Broadway to the mainstream.
Right. Well, listen, and she sure did. She did that, and she made me feel. And this is before gay. I didn't even know Rosie was gay. I really didn't even know I was gay. This one was a lie, but I knew I was gay. But I remember being a kid and rushing home to watch Rosie because I felt like I had a friend. Maybe I didn't necessarily have a friend in school, but when I came home, I had someone on TV that made me feel like I had a friend. And Marissa, let me tell you something. In that house, I felt like I had a friend in you. And I think people watching us on network television or on the internet or whatever watched us and felt like they have friends too. Yes. What Rosie gave to us when we were younger, I think together in that house, we gave to so many people watching as well. Marissa Jaret Winokur, how can people find you on social media?
Instagram, Marissa J. Winokur. I don't know. Look for my verification check mark.
Like, figure out.
I don't know. Go to Ross's page and find me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh my God, I should know all that like by heart.
It's all right. Listen,
I'm new to this.
I am so proud. I believe, Marissa, somehow it happened. There was a plan bigger than us. We both won this game.
That's right. You both won.
I am so happy. Never for 1 second did I feel like I lost at all. I feel like we both won.
Yeah, I just won the more money.
That's right.
Okay, we're choosing to evict you. I'm sorry, Marissa, you have been evicted from the Straight Talk with Ross studio.
I'll take it.
I love you, and I not only did I win all that money and second place, even though I was less than you,
and I won all that money.
I won a new bestie.
Oh, me too.
Who lives like 2 miles from me.
Really?
And I'm codependent, so we're gonna things are gonna work out well for us.
So you're leaving now, but you are no stranger to this program. We are talking about getting Marissa a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Fun.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love that.
I love you and I adore you.
I love you and I adore you. Now talk about how he was robbed. I'm leaving, but I'll be listening out there. So
when we come back, we're going to do a live press conference where the audience can call in and ask me questions. You can tell me I was robbed.
Stupid.
We'll be right back.
Congratulations, Marissa.
Guess what I was wearing every day inside the Celebrity Big Brother house?
Oh my God, what?
All up in my balls. My butt.
Your robe? Your flip-flops.
On my balls to my butt. I was wearing my favorite, MeUndies. You know that I am a big believer in their product. MeUndies is my favorite. They're the perfect balance of a comfortable fit. Every month they have new and exciting prints, and they arrive at your door in a fun little bag. MeUndies uses it's called lensing micromodal in their underwear. It's a sustainably sourced natural soft fiber that starts with beechwood trees. True. And so I'm sporting wood. Beechwood trees and ends with the most amazing fabric you've ever experienced. The results have been downright dreaming. Really, you should put your hands on my pants. MeUndies' adventurous prints and designs are a limited edition, and new patterns are released every few weeks on a rolling basis. Today I'm wearing pandas, black and white panda underwear. MeUndies. You get a 100% satisfaction guarantee. MeUndies guarantees you're going to love their undies or your money back. And MeUndies has a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, when you purchase any MeUndies, you get 20% off and free shipping. MeUndies is so sure you'll love their underwear, they offer you 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you don't love the first pair, you got a full refund, but you're going to love it. It's a no-brainer, you guys. Get 20% off a pair. The most comfortable undies they'll ever put on. So here's how it works. To get your 20% off your first pair, free shipping, 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Ross. What is it? MeUndies.com/Ross. You got it.
It's Nikki B, and you be listening to Straight Talk with Ross. Hey, make sure to follow us on everything social media because we love interacting with you. On Twitter and Instagram, it's Butch Ricky.
Butch Ricky.
And on Facebook, it's Straight Talk with Ross. Follow us. We love you. The Joel McHale Show with Joel McHale is a new weekly half-hour topical series that takes a sharp, absurdist look at pop culture and news from across the globe. It's fast, it's funny, it's a distillation of everything people are talking about from the week, featuring celebrity guests, comedy sketches, and insane video clips from the worldwide realms of TV, sports, politics, celebrity culture, and every corner of the internet. Aren't you guys ready?
Who hosts the show?
Joel McHale.
Oh, okay.
Did I mention that? The Joel McHale Show with Joel McHale.
I love Joel McHale.
I do too.
Don't you
I miss
so
him.
I do too.
Well,
I
he's
miss him.
back with a vengeance.
Wow.
It's not heavily political. It's super fun. And let's be honest, don't we kind of need a break from all of that stuff?
We need somebody making fun of stupid television again.
Yay, bring it back.
Right.
Thanks, Joel McHale. We appreciate it. Same old green screen, brand new content. The Joel McHale Show with Joel McHale, a Netflix original weekly show streaming now only on Netflix with a new episode every Sunday.
Now, back to Straight Talk with Ross Matthews.
Oh, welcome back to the program. I am back with you all. Sorry about that. Just cut off the music. Didn't mean to do that. I'm just getting back, and this is the first time I've seen my computer. Do you know, I opened my computer, and the last thing that was on the screen was when I illegally downloaded the Big Brother theme music from the internet. So it was like the YouTube. It's loud. Yes, I'm back, freshly out of the Big Brother house. Thank you so much for having Marissa, you guys. I wanted to just get to her right away.
Oh, absolutely.
But I know there is much to talk about. You guys missed me dearly.
Missed you so much.
You kept this thing afloat while I was locked inside the big house.
Yeah.
Did it feel like I was away at prison?
It did feel that way. I missed your loads.
Yeah, what did it... You missed my loads?
What
did it feel like?
He's back.
What did it feel like to have me gone? Like, how bad did you miss me? Like, what did you miss most about me?
Well, look, the funny thing
Faxi,
is...
you go first.
Oh, okay. Well, it did feel kind of like a death because it was a real cutoff. It was a big...
Yes.
So harsh. It was like a death. It was just a clean cutoff. But your spirit remained in the show.
Yeah.
We kept your spirit alive in the show. But it really was kind of like a death.
Was
it was a little creepy.
Was it so fun to watch it and and see what was happening? And
well, it was my first time watching it too. So it was. I had to learn a lot.
Did you end up loving the game?
No.
Okay.
I didn't really. I only watched it for you, and I enjoyed watching it for you. But I won't watch it again.
Okay. Why? What did you not like about it?
I just thought a lot of it was silly.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's the whole point.
I know it's the whole point, but it was just so outrageous. I mean, some of the music during the challenges,
so funny.
it's funny.
The way that's the best thing, how they edit it together. You know
really
what I mean? It's
funny.
So funny.
Yeah. I mean, I may watch it again, but I don't know. It's just not my thing.
They do the whole show with a sense of humor. CG, you're being quiet over there. What did you What did you miss most about me?
Because I never usually miss you when you're gone for a long time. So it was like having you gone for that long. I really did miss you. I missed hanging out. I went to our little Mexican place a couple times and hung out by myself. And I missed my friend.
I miss you guys too. And every Thursday, when I could do the math and figure out it was Thursday, because you lose track of the day or the time and everything, I'd be like, I think it's Thursday. Usually it was Sunday, but I'd be like, I think it's Thursday. I would think, oh my God, I think they're doing the podcast now. You know? And did you really do them on Thursdays?
Yes.
You did. You recorded them?
Well, you did the little hints in the house on the live feed, so that was great.
What did I say?
They're really phenomenal work.
You guys, did you see that when
I did. I saw a clip of that. Yeah, it was great.
I was saying things in the house to people. Like, so you guys, if you were watching the live feeds, you would hear really phenomenal work.
And also the big thing, too, was Mother's Milk. People were, like, waiting for Mother's Milk. Yeah, for Keisha with her milk.
When Keisha went home, don't think that
Did you think it?
Of course, in my head, I was thinking, Mother's Milk. On my knees for her teat, I need mother's milk from her teat. Here's an old school one coming at you. Here's Brenda and Yoki with Mother's Milk. Oh, everyone.
On my knees for her teat.
Yes.
Mother's milk.
What?
Oh, how I love mother's milk.
I hate that fucking song.
Mother's milk.
Oh, there's a disco version?
On my knees for her teat.
Oh.
On my knees, mother's milk.
Oh my God.
It does sound better in the studio.
But funny enough, that happened around the same time that Milk went home on Drag Race.
Isn't that crazy?
And so you were like on 2 shows killing it.
Actually, 3 shows.
I was on 3. I was on
National Geo.
Oh my God.
No, that Nat Geo is Sunday.
The Hallmark show.
Hallmark.
I was
That's
on
what I saw.
Big Brother. I was on Celebrity Big Brother. I was on RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 3, and I had a National Rescue Dog Show on the Hallmark Channel. I will tell you, coming up on everyone, this is just a teaser.
Right.
On Sunday, March 4th, which is Oscar Sunday at 7 p.m. You can tune into Nat Geo Wild, where I'm hosting Wild from the red carpet. I'm a producer on it. Jackie's Beat's a producer on. Taya's a producer on it, and it's hilarious. It's me interviewing animals on the red carpet, like Meryl Sheep, Mahershala Ali, and that is this Sunday. Viola Davis, and actors play the animal's voice and talk back to me. It's very silly.
Really
It's basically the hour before the Oscars start.
Oh, good. It's a pre-show.
So here's the deal. We talk about a jam-packed show, right? Yeah. Right. We got Marissa, Jaret, Winokur. We got me back from Big Brother answering all your questions. Rosie O'Donnell, and we want to open up to the people right now. If you're watching us streaming live on Facebook, here's the number. It's 213-973-ROSS. That's 213-973-7677. We're opening the lines up to all of you. It's a press conference and there's nothing off limits. So ask away. Yes,
somebody
Mark.
on the line right now. Sergio is calling.
Sergio, what?
Sergio is on the line. You have a caller.
Wait, I have a caller. Can you put him through? Hello?
You got to push the button.
It's so random.
What? Hello? We have a caller? Sergio?
Hello.
Oh my God.
Hi, Roz.
Wait, hi, Sergio. We can do that?
I'm on with the booth and they're
Oh my
letting me
God.
know.
So someone's in the booth answering the phone, putting them on hold, sending you a message, and then you can tell me who's on the phone next. Yep. Oh my God, Sergio, we're like a real show.
It's J-Rod if you call. You get to talk to him.
Thank you. Can you, Sergio, welcome to the program. Now, did you watch Celebrity Big Brother?
Yes, I am a super fan of Big Brother.
Okay, so how'd you think I did?
Well, I just want to say that you were amazing. You were robbed. I love Marissa, but I'm really upset that the jury. Well, I think the jury should have been sequestered, first of all.
Of course. Now, Sergio, let me explain that to people who don't watch it normally. Now, Fagsy, you've never seen the show before.
Never seen it.
Usually, when the house guests are voted out for the jury, they go back into seclusion, like in a hotel somewhere, so they can't watch what you say in the diary room, and then they come back and vote without any idea of if you broke an alliance. It's just like who played the best game. It's better. So this is the first time in Big Brother history the jury got to see the show beforehand, which I knew would hurt me in the long run, but I didn't care. I just wanted to play the Big Brother game of my dreams. I wanted to go in there and play like I had screamed at the TV for 19 seasons I would play, and I did, Sergio. I was true to my game throughout, and I was the best. I'll tell you this. The big producers of the show, the people that have been doing it for 20 seasons, pulled me aside afterwards and said, Ross, you played the best game we've seen in 20 seasons of Big Brother. That's the truth. That is the truth.
Did it feel different because it was Celebrity Big Brother? Like, was it? Did you have to play it differently? Like, did you go, this is not like normal?
Yeah, a little bit, because these people came in with baggage, and I'm not talking about their actual Toomey luggage. I'm talking about like I knew who Omarosa was. She came in with baggage. I knew who Brandi was. You knew these people, you know? So that was a difficult hurdle, but it was to my advantage. They all thought I was like a silly clown who was not a threat, which was great. They didn't figure out until like
they
eviction.
Didn't know you were a Big
6.
Brother fan?
No.
I think when Evil Dick was on here, correct me if I'm wrong, but he said that he would have played like you play, like you were playing hard, and to be careful of that, but that he wouldn't have changed the game for being celebrity version, even with them knowing. I don't want to play a different game. I want, even at the risk of winning. And let me just make this very clear. Sergio's still on the line. Sergio, where do you live? Where are you from? Where are you?
I'm in Modesto, up in NorCal.
Okay. But so, Sergio, let me make something very clear to you and to everybody. For me, the goal was to get into the house in the first place. And then the goal was to be on as many episodes as I could. And by the time I made it into the finale, which was the final 5 and then final 4, I had 1.
Right.
That was winning. So any outcome after that was frosting. You understand? It was extra, extra, extra. So the fact that I came in second and won the most important thing that you can win in Big Brother, which is America's favorite player, because those jury members were bitter and disappointed.
They really were bitter.
They just lost, you know, so they're upset. But the audience, you guys knew what I was doing in there. You knew I was playing like a super fan. Like Sergio, you're a super fan of Big Brother. If you could get into that house, wouldn't you play as hard as you could
I would have played exactly like you would have.
Of course.
I think I would be really good at that game because I work in an office setting where I hate half the people that work there.
Yeah.
But I'm really nice to their face, and then I kind of have like a confessional moment with other people that I like where I actually say what I'm feeling. So I would have played exactly like you would have.
Thank you.
But the reason I think I really liked Celebrity Big Brother, you guys were all celebrities, but you were all like real, like human people.
Yeah.
The reason I haven't liked Big Brother the last few years is that they were all like ripped and like bodybuilders, and like of course there's like the physical aspect to it, but it was really fun watching people like you and Marissa like try to do those
Can I tell you something,
like
Sergio?
endurance challenges.
I have been saying, I honestly, truthfully, did not watch the past 2 seasons of Big Brother and one time I got to go into a meeting with people at CBS about something else, like a year and a half ago, and I said, I love Big Brother. They go, oh, are you watching? I go, no. Because I don't want to see models compete. I said, the key to success is you need to get fatties in there.
Yeah.
Mark was in this meeting. I said,
by the way, hang up on Sergio so more people can call
Okay,
in.
bye, Sergio.
Bye,
Sorry,
Sergio.
thank you, honey.
Sorry, bye.
I love you, Sergio. But I said to the CBS people, I go, you need fatties in this house, people that I can relate to and root for. And then Celebrity Big Brother happens. Look who's in the final 2. And look at the ratings. I'm just saying fatties equal ratings.
Well, you two were just so relatable.
The number 213-973-7677. If you want to call in, nothing's off limits. You can ask me anything. Now that Marissa's no longer here, not that we're talking behind her back, but is there anything you want to ask me?
Well, I have some questions that people were asking on social media.
Mark, go. We'll do quick answers. Let's do rapid fire here.
Alrighty. First of all, Crystal wanted to know, they said, Ross and Marissa, have there been discussions about a project together moving forward? This is too good to not share with the world.
You know what? People are now coming to Marissa. Well, I'll tell you, this opened up a lot of business opportunities for me because the network, the ratings were so huge, and people saw me as 100% Ross, right?
Yeah.
Like every part of my personality. And so now people are calling, and they're calling about Marissa and I together. So who knows?
No, it's fantastic. I see a variety show maybe.
Well, here's the deal.
Can you imagine?
These things either happen or by next Thursdays, nobody's going to care. So we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
Try to strike with the irons hot and do your best.
True.
Mark, next question.
Elena said, did Ross have a hard time not saying Blark every time he looked at Mark in the house? Because I'm sure every time I stood up on the show.
Let me say this with all sincerity. I never once thought of you, Mark. Okay, next question.
What was your favorite thing to eat in the house?
My favorite thing to eat in the house? Doritos. But I tell you, I didn't eat that much in the house because I was so nervous. I lost 15 pounds in the house.
Right.
That is absolutely the truth. 15 pounds.
Wait, what?
I lost 15 pounds in the house.
Oh my God.
I know.
thought I saw that. I'm like, you lost
Thank you.
weight.
Yes.
I have a question.
That was so funny. The next
Ross.
question actually had to do with that too.
Oh, it did? Okay.
What was the question?
Well, they just want to know what your favorite meal, the best meal you had the whole time you were there.
All right, when you asked Omarosa those questions,
Oh my
did you
God.
have any idea,
Yes.
Ross, that you would be on every news station, every talk show across the nation, and that we were celebrating kind of like the next Connie Chung?
Let me tell you
Did you have
something.
any idea that that's what you were doing when you were asking her those
You
questions?
can call me Connie Hung. When Omarosa walked in, I knew I wanted to get some sort of scoop, right? So I sat down with her and I asked these questions, and I felt like I wanted to ask the questions that affected, and this is in complete seriousness. Like I wanted to ask the questions that someone who had worked on not in the front row of the Trump administration, but on the stage with them, worked in the epicenter of it. We have not had the chance to ask anyone in there, are we going to be okay?
Great.
Because I wanted the answer to that question for me. I wanted the answer of that question for moms and dads across the country who are putting their kids in college. People are trying to pay their mortgage, saving up for a house. Are we going to be okay? And she said, no. What the fuck?
But your response was so great when you said, you're not supposed to say that.
And then, would you ever vote for him? She said no. So after that conversation, I ran into the diary room where there's always a producer on speaker. You don't see anybody. You talk into a camera lens. And I walked in, they go, what? And I said, did you see that? And the producer, who I won't say who they are, but I kind of like you're assigned to a couple producers, they kind of follow your story, goes, are you fucking kidding me? Of course we did. We're sending text messages right now to everybody. Don't worry.
Wow.
And so I go, it's going to be everywhere. So the next morning I walked in and I go, is it everywhere? Am I on CNN right now? Am I on NBC right? Did Rachel Maddow say my name? And they go, Ross, we can't tell you. And I go, I don't care. Just make sure they spell my name correctly. 1 T in Matthews. I know it's everywhere.
That's so great.
So I kept going in and be like, am I on CNN right now? And they were like, Ross, we can't tell you what's going on in the outside world. But I knew it.
Ross,
it was everywhere.
It was so great. Laying in my bed at night watching Stephen Colbert and him saying your name.
Wait, Stephen Colbert said my name?
He said your name.
What did
he
he
was
say?
talking. He said that you had interviewed Omarosa.
Yes.
He explained the whole thing. He talked about you. So I'm like,
Did he say Ross Matthews?
Yes, he did.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he did.
Mark, were you dying?
The View. It was all over.
that's what I was trying to tell you when you got out of the house. Like,
because I still can't.
You didn't know that?
No, you guys have to process. I'm hearing you understand?
Oh.
I'm processing it now. Like Mark goes, it was everywhere. I'm like, well, what do you mean everywhere? Was it on TMZ? And he goes, no, but like it was everywhere. And so I go, well, what was it on CNN? He's like, no, it was everywhere. I can't understand that.
Yeah.
Because
it was huge.
Well, I was showing you all.
It.
I was showing him all his
But
social yesterday. I was showing him all his social yesterday, and he's like looking at hashtags that they made of his sayings yesterday.
Was that surreal?
Yeah, Mark's asking me what, Mark?
Is the phone hung up?
I
because
don't know
people
how
can't
to
dial in.
How do I hang up? Drop. Yeah, it's hung up.
Okay.
Was it surreal?
Yeah, so showing the social just so you can see the movement and just how you were trending.
I had no idea.
Yeah, you were trending.
On the finale, I was trending bigger than the show.
Yeah.
You were.
I see. Then this is what I'm saying.
It was great.
People, I'm like, I can't fathom that.
Yeah. But as your friend, to see your name, Ross, trending, do you know, I mean, that was so powerful and amazing. I was so proud of you on so many levels.
You know why I'm proud?
Why?
And this is the truth. Because doing this show is kind of a risk, right? You just like, is it going to be lame? Is any going to be watch? Is a thing? And then also, like, they're putting a camera on you 24/7. And I think I'm pretty stable, but I think most people think they're pretty stable, and I know most people, and they're not very stable.
Right.
So it was like, let's use this as a mirror, Ross. Like, are you competitive? Do you still have character? Do you still have integrity? But will you do what it takes to win? Will you? And like, I really feel, and CJ, correct me if I'm wrong, but I really feel like you know me so well. Mark, you do too. And in fact, Z, we know each other really well too. But
yeah.
I feel like I just showed every part of who I am without any spin. Like it just was
absolutely.
This is the mood I'm in today. This is what I think. I'm being completely honest. You know what I'm saying?
You showed the part of you that the people that are close to you know when we go out to dinner and whatnot. Not that they're
and the straight talkers know. I get to do this.
It's I keep telling you it was the stripped down you. There was no anything. It was just you being you and being
scary
honest.
for a performer.
Oh, absolutely.
To share, but to be. I got to tell you a story. It has been so. It just felt amazing. Like yesterday, we went to get a massage. I was just like, I need someone to touch me because I went the whole time without touch, without any pleasure.
Right.
I forgot I had a body.
Well, I have a question about that.
I'll tell you. And so I go to get a massage, and you go into the spa, and it's like the men's locker room, right? And usually I'm like, I take my things, I get changed in the bathroom, into the robe, and this and this. I just took everything off right there. And Salvador looks at me and goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "At this point, who gives a fuck?
Cares?
Like what everyone knows what this is.
Absolutely.
Like they've seen me from every angle.
But there's a freedom in that, and that's just so powerful.
I have to tell
wonderful.
you,
I'm happy for you.
That's exactly what it feels like. Facts.
Yeah.
Like, there's a freedom. It's like you know everything. There's everything about me. Like,
I love that.
It's out there. Go nuts. Enjoy it. It is so free.
What did you learn about yourself in there? Or what is the one thing or several things that you learned about you?
I'll tell you, the isolation from the outside world is very, very tough. Add to that everyone's out to get you is very, very tough. You can't trust anything. Yeah. And then let me tell you a little bit about the actual production. Ready? Mm-hmm. So, for example, when we do a Power of Veto competition, and we play one at a time, it's a very long process, and they don't want you to know each other's time, so they keep you separated. And this happens a lot. They go, Ross, go in that bedroom, Marissa, go in this. So for 6.5 hours, I'm locked in a bedroom by myself with nothing to read, no music, nothing to look at, anything.
6.5 hours?
Multiple times.
Boredom. How did you deal with that? You just stare
at a wall. Well, what you start thinking about, you think about like that mean thing you said to your mom that one time when you were 13, and that you think about everything. Wow. You think about the person you used to be when you were a kid, and you didn't even know what you didn't know, and you weren't afraid of failure because you had nothing to lose, and things. And then you think about the person you're defined as now. And I started thinking about how I am in a box of like the funny little quip guy, and that person doesn't win a physical challenge. And then I was like, well, why can't you? What happened if you did something that was outside of the box that you've defined yourself as? And it just really, I know it's a silly game. But there is something that happens when you are isolated from the outside world and isolated within that from anybody for hours on end. You really have to think about who you are and why you are.
That's what the Buddhists do. They go in seclusion and they for months, and then they come out with a newfound faith, and
I feel completely different.
They know more about themselves.
I feel more myself than ever, but completely different than who I was before I went into the house, because everybody in the audience knows I was going through a very, very hard time before I went in that house. I didn't talk about it on this program because I wasn't ready yet, but my mom is sick.
Yeah.
and she is fighting, and she is doing an incredible job, and I'm so proud of her
right now. That's the number one question on here.
Mom is doing well. She has breast cancer, and it's really tough, and the chemo has been really, really hard. Yeah. But she is a fighter. I call her a superhero, and she's doing really, really well, and she's going to beat this.
Good.
She's on her way to beating this. I'm not going to say what it is, but we just got some good news, and it's her good news to share. So I'm just going to say we just got some good news. So she's doing well. Yeah. I also have a very close relative that I'm close to who was going through a hard time, and who I was getting into rehab, and that person is still there and doing very, very, very well. But it was a ton. And I would say, it was so funny. I said out loud, I said, can I just have 2 minutes where like the world can't get to me? Right. I need to not be the point person for everybody's problem right now. And then the phone rang, and it was Mark saying they just offered you Celebrity Big Brother. And I said, but I'll have to go away from the world for a month. And I was like, I heard myself, and I was like, oh my God. Thank you, universe.
I had just asked you too, in like a balls deep, I think it was, if you could ever get away. Remember, I had asked, and it was one of my questions, and then that all happened.
The universe gives you what you need when you need it. And I don't want to be too heavy about it, but oh my God, did the universe give me a gift? Beautiful. Was it hard? It was awful. But I am so grateful. And I'm not talking about a money prize or TV exposure. I'm just so grateful for just personally.
Yeah. We have Braxton on the line.
Braxton, are you there?
Yes, welcome back.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so grateful for my time away, but I am so grateful to be back. Braxton, where are you calling from?
Minnesota.
It's cold, It's freezing.
Okay, so I have to tell you, I'm a huge Big Brother fan, always have been.
Of course.
You played a phenomenal game.
Thank you so much for noticing, because you're right, Braxton. I did. Were you very proud when you were watching?
I was. There was times that I was actually found myself crying, because I was like, oh my God, my best friend Ross Matthews is playing one of my favorite shows, and you were kicking butt. So you did a really great job. And I did get nervous at one point. You were kind of aligning yourself with both sides of the house.
Of course.
And I've seen in seasons past where I'm like, that's not good. But you got through it, and you killed it, and it was amazing.
Yeah, no, but I know I heard people say, even on this program, that I was playing a messy game. You are incorrect if that came out of your mouth, because I had the reins at all time. I was just setting myself up for wherever the power structure went. Right?
Yeah.
Because it was 4-4 with me in the middle, and if whoever went, I'd go to the bigger numbers. You understand?
Yeah,
I was just setting I was 4 steps ahead. Don't worry about it. I got this. There was no mess. All right. I was just I was following the numbers and following the power, because at the end of the day, I had the power. All right.
You did.
Absolutely. Two more really quick, fast questions.
Wait, hold on. I don't know. Hold on. Do I have time to answer this, Liza?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
When are you going to be able to watch like the whole season at home?
I don't know that I will. I don't know. I mean, I lived.
You should.
I lived it, and
break it down.
Okay. I lived it and I saw it. I don't know.
I told him he needs to watch it just to see what America saw.
I'd watch it.
You would?
Absolutely.
You looked great on it, though. You had good camera angles, too, I will say.
What was the worst? When did I look the worst? When was my worst moment? Where you were like,
when they showed you in the diary room in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
No, how dare you? That was at 2 a.m. You guys don't understand.
I love
it.
that.
Is so tough when they isolate you. You try to get a little sleep. You finally get to sleep. It's like they're watching when Ross was really in sleep, when he hits REM sleep, right? Yeah. Wake him up and call him to diary room.
Oh, wow.
You're just so discombobulated. You know what I mean? Like, because I was only getting 5 hours of sleep a night.
Crazy.
Something. But then it was broken in the middle to go wake up and do an interview, stop watering your face and be funny. It was tough, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And last thing is your Straight Talk family. I mean, a shout out to Nikki Boyer. She did a really phenomenal work while you were gone. And so did everybody else, CJ and Fagsy, and I guess even Mark, too. He did a pretty good job. But Trisha gets so excited about Big Brother.
Oh, my gosh.
You're going to have her back and have her talk some more, because it was hilarious.
Listen, Trisha was so on board. She was more nervous than I was. And I want to do a special shout out to Nikki.
If I want to, zap, if I want to, zap, if I want to. You would zap too if you had things to do.
Yes, I would, Nikki. Let me tell you something. I am so proud of Nikki Boyer and so grateful for her keeping everything going.
Stories I'm sending out to all my peeps. It's Nikki B.
And also, CJ, I have to tell you, while I was gone, people were like, how is Ross's social media still going? CJ was running it the whole time I was gone.
He did such a great job at that.
Thank
I
you,
was really
CJ.
impressed, CJ.
You know I got
really
your back,
good.
Ross.
Also, can I just say Mark did a great job too. Mark
This
was
is what
on
I'm
it.
hearing. Mark, everyone's saying Mark did a good job. Mark, how do you feel getting praise?
I'm not used to it.
Yeah. What made you decide after 10 years working together to finally step up and do some work?
Well, I couldn't lean on you. I you know what, the thing is that it's kind of like when you stay at somebody's house, like you want to put it back better than when you got there.
Oh yeah.
So to me, it was like, Ross is not here. Let's make sure the podcast is at least as good as it is when he's not here.
Yeah.
Because I knew you'd probably listen to him when you came back. Hey, you asked.
I do have a new love for him after
Why?
being that you were. I don't know. He was really professional, and I got to get to know him a little more while you were gone, and I love Mark. I have a new love for him.
I'm sorry, what?
I do. I love
Did
Mark.
you hang up on the caller, by the way, so that we can take another one? We'll get used to this.
Thank you so much. The button is so far back. So,
I know. We're
so if
working
I'm
on
talking, I have
systems.
to go like this to get the button. So over here, you can hear me, and then I come back over here.
I know. We'll
Wow,
work on it.
Mark.
I love this song.
Blah. Blah.
Oh, I missed you so much. That bra is actually too small for you. Yeah, somebody had an interesting question on here. They want to know, how many texts did you have on your phone when you got out?
So many texts. I mean, so many.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Marissa said she had 700, and that was with her husband trying to keep up.
It was texts, it was emails, it was Instagram posts, it was tweets from everybody. It was.
Jesus Christ.
Do you feel caught up, or do you feel it's going to take like another week or two?
This is my phone screaming, "You've got media! You've got media!" It's a good. It's an oldie but a goodie. Here's Mark with "You've Got Media."
Hilarious.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Wow. Hey, listen, when we come back, because we're going to take the quickest of breaks, we're going to come back, and Fagsy, you have Balls Deep, right?
Yeah, Balls Deep, Big Brother.
Big Brother,
yeah.
Balls Deep, questions, things that maybe nobody else has thought to ask me.
Yeah.
Fagsy's going to ask them.
I'm going to go there.
We'll be right back with the.
Hi, it's Fagsy Malone. You know, I love to go balls deep. This time, I'm asking you a question. Are you following all of us on social media? Go to straighttalkwithross.com to find all our social media links. Kiss, kiss.
Now, back to Straight Talk with Ross Matthews.
Oh my God, welcome back to the program. You know, it's so funny. After going and working for a month straight 24/7, you get tired. I know it seems like I wasn't working, but it was work. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so I'm just tired. So we may not have 2 episodes this week because I'm just tired. I think I need to find a way to get a little rest. I was thinking about going to Puerto Vallarta, going to Palm Springs, maybe going to see my mom who I love so much. My mom, who's just the most amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? You know, I've always been close to her.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy close. And I'm so impressed with her. She is just, I hope whenever I have a battle like that, and I kept thinking to myself things like that in the house. Like, if mom can do that, if she can go through chemo, you can do this.
Also gave you strength.
Right. Absolutely, she
Yeah,
gave me
that's great.
strength. Yeah,
I sent her texts every week.
You know what? She told me, all of you guys, thank you. She said, all of you, and Nikki and Salvador and so many, the Frisky Frisco, so many, Arlene, Keller Williams, so many people were checking in with her, Shar Margolis, so many people were checking in, and I'm so grateful. I really am. Okay, guess what?
People want to know, by the way, what does slop taste like?
It tastes like oatmeal mixed with Elmer's glue, but without any flavor, like with a negative flavor.
Okay.
Do we have a caller?
Do we have a caller?
Let me push the button. They went away.
I think they went away.
Hello? Hello?
Rod?
Oh, we do. Great, Mark. Mark, once again, you got it right. Hey, what's your name?
Hi, this is Steven from San Diego.
Steven in San Diego. Welcome to Straight Talk with Rash. What's your question?
I just wanted to know, when you were sitting down there with Marissa at the final two, you're sitting down at that couch and the jury's,
saying their piece, I just want to know, when was the moment that you knew that maybe you didn't have a shot at winning this?
Well, it was before then, Stephen. It was as soon as Marissa won that final HOH and she was guaranteed a spot at the final two, I knew that she was going to win. If she took me, I knew she was going to win because that jury told me the entire time that they wanted a woman to win. Ever since, remember, I was in an alliance with them and they were like, we want a woman to win. So right then I knew, okay, you're going to get second place. And I really mean it. I was thrilled with second place. And I was really happy. And then when America voted me their favorite player, that to me, and I have to say this out loud to everybody, that to me meant more than I can ever express because I'm thinking about it. Here I am on CBS, which is I love CBS, but it is the most mainstream of mainstream networks. Yeah. Okay. It is the middle America network. And here I am, a kid who grew up in a farm town. And a little kid, Stephen, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, Stephen, let me tell you what a different world. I'm 38. So let me tell you, I'm 20 years older than you, Stephen. Let me tell you what it was like.
So like a day over 24.
Thank you, darling. You're right. But when I was a kid, when I was 10, realizing I'm gay, I would turn on TV, Stephen, and I thought about, and imagine this, if you will, asking yourself, what does a gay grown-up look like? Stephen, you are lucky enough that you see gay grown-ups everywhere, right?
Absolutely, and you're one of them.
Well, thank you, baby. Because when I was young, even when I was 18, I didn't know, I literally didn't know what being a grown-up gay person meant. I had never seen one. And so I'm 10 years old saying, well, if I'm gay, will I ever get to be a grown-up? I remember thinking to myself, will I ever get to be a grown-up?
Right.
Wow.
Because I couldn't look on TV and see one. I couldn't look out my window in a farm town and see one.
Right.
I didn't know what a grown-up life for someone like me was, or if it was even possible. So, Stephen, here I am in 2018 on the most mainstream of networks, being 100% authentically me. This gay, Stephen. You sound pretty gay, too. We're gay people, okay? Like, we are gay. And America voted me their favorite. Now, think about that. In 20 years, Stephen, the difference. That, to me, is why I was so emotional on that stage when they said that to me. Because I pictured the little kid, Ross. If he could see that not only did they let me on a network like CBS, but that they embraced me and celebrated me, Stephen, for kids like you to see that and kids even younger than you to see that, that is my purpose on this planet. You got it?
I think you're absolutely right. And I just want to say, even though you didn't have that kind of person growing up, I'm so thankful to have been able to have you these past few years. You really have just put a really great face in the community, and I couldn't have been more proud to have someone like you in that house.
Thank you so much. Seriously, really, thank you. Thank you, honey.
Really. Kiss, kiss.
Kish.
That was so beautiful.
Oh.
Balls deep with Bagsy.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, I need to know more. Give it to me good. Give it to me true. Give it to me hard. Give it to me deep. Balls deep with Bagsy.
It's time for Balls Deep with Fagsy, where Fagsy likes to go balls deep. Who should stretch?
Yeah, I think you need to stretch, Ross Matthews. This is the Big Brother Celebrity Edition.
Nothing off limits. Have been on press conference all day long. This is Balls Deep, where we go really deep.
Really deep. Okay.
We go so deep, we're balls
deep. Was there only one bathroom in the house?
Yeah. There were two, but the other bathroom was in the HOH room. So the head of household could use it, and if they were nice, they could let you use it. Some of the head of households were not nice enough. When I was head of household, true story. When I was head of household twice, I did not ever want to be up in that room because I was afraid people could be conspiring downstairs because that's what we did to Shannon. Okay. So I'd win it and I go, everyone use it, go upstairs, open, it's your room, have my snacks, and I'd be downstairs in my regular, right? Okay. And I did that both times, and that was on purpose. So there was a bathroom up there. A sentence that I never thought I'd say in my life, I actually said.
What?
Oh, Marissa, can you hand me more toilet paper?
I love that. So I saw that.
That's a true story.
Did you really ask her that?
I mean, it is. Oh, that's you so are good. Sharing. I know what everybody's.
I love that so much. Okay, I was just going to ask you that. Did anyone? Yeah, but did anybody?
Who has the best smelling?
No, I'm not telling. I'm not answering that question. What now?
Okay, did anybody stink it up? Like, were you
Yes.
like, well, she just stunk that
Yes.
thing up?
And I did too.
Oh, God, see, that's so great though. Did you ever have a stomach ache, or were you ever nauseous, or feel like, because your sleep pattern is so off and everything's so
It's off. Everything was off.
Did you feel sick, kind of
Yes.
like sometimes?
The whole
'Cause I
time.
would have.
The whole time.
Wow. Okay, so why didn't you watch James take that shower? I mean,
I'm
Marissa,
not. I'll tell you why. Thank you. So Marissa wanted me to watch James take a shower. One, James is not my type. Two, I know he was trying to use, and I love James. I know he was trying to use his hotness to like almost like seduce me for his vote, for his, he would like come rub my shoulders and stuff. I didn't want to give him the satisfaction. I wanted to let him know that had no power over me.
Interesting. Oh, okay, I would have never thought
So that's
that
why it was like,
you
I'm
didn't
not
watch.
looking. I'm not looking. It wasn't because I was awkward. If you're hot, I'll look. I just didn't want him to think he had any power over me.
Interesting. Okay, good.
Okay, I was trying to take the power away from him.
Jared, who's a producer on Big Brother, is on the line.
What? Jared, are you there?
Yeah, Jared. Yeah, this is Jared.
Jared, do you know
Hi,
your name?
Jared.
Now, you are a producer on Big Brother. Are you the one who I met at the after party?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God!
I met him. Nikki and I were talking to him.
Jared, oh my God, what a pleasure it is to talk to you. You're a producer on Big Brother. You came up to me at the after party and said what a fan you were. You made sure that seal, when I was clapping with the hair extensions taped to my face, made it into the show.
Yeah.
For starters, I'm just going to give you the floor, Jared, as a producer of the show and an avid listener of Straight Talker. Share your feelings and your thoughts. Go.
Okay, first off, I've been doing this show for a few years now. Season 16
Yes.
Is when I started. And when they announced last summer that they were doing a Celebrity Big Brother, the first person I thought of was Ross, because I've been listening to you for years. I live in Orange County. I drive up to Los Angeles every day, and I listen to your podcast on repeat. So I'm like, he's perfect because he is a fan of Big Brother. I actually called you this summer. You guys did a rapid fire kisses, and I asked if you were watching the season of Big Brother.
Oh, and I wasn't.
I don't know if you remember if it was too rapid.
I do remember. I remember talking about Big Brother on the show, and you called in, and you're a producer on the show. So then the show happens, and you see that I'm on. What did you think when they announced the cast and I was on it?
I jumped up and down.
Okay. How long have you been listening to Straight Talk? How long have you been listening to Straight Talk?
About 3 years.
3 years. Okay, so your worlds are colliding. Then I go into the house and you're watching, and what was it like from your perspective?
It was so bizarre to sit there and watch you 24/7 because not only was I a producer, I did the Sunday episodes. I worked on the Sunday episodes, but I also did Big Brother After Dark. I did the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday episodes. So I got a lot of Ross Matthews, and it was absolutely hilarious. By the way, I do not play favorites with anybody in that house.
I understand.
Letting you know.
I am letting you know that I would not want it any other way. Now, I want to ask you a question. What did you learn about me watching me 24 hours a day, live, breathe, poop, eat? You can say anything. I don't care. I have nothing to hide.
No, I know you have nothing to hide. I heard. No. What I need all the Straight Talkers to know is that Ross is the real freaking deal. He was the nicest person to production. When I'm sitting there watching tapes and when I'm, doing my job, even the littlest thing, there was one part in a diary room at the end of the session, Ross goes, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm not trying to kiss ass or anything like that, but I just want to say thank you to everybody in the production." And I felt like you were talking to me, even though you were talking to every single person on staff there.
Well, I meant it. You have to be nice to everybody that you work with in this town. And these people are working long hours. And if they're calling me to the diary room at 3 a.m, guess what? They're working at 3 a.m. as well. And I can guarantee they're not getting paid what I got paid to do it. So I want to, and I really want to thank, and that's why he's right. I mean, I did thank every single production person I saw every time I saw them. Thank you for noticing that.
You, after the show, I will say, because I was with you there, I could tell you were hungry and you wanted to drink and whatnot, but even then, you still stopped and took a picture with every person that worked on that show that wanted to take a picture with you.
Oh, my God, absolutely.
Every single person. I wanted to sit and talk your ear off at the end of the show. I know I'd already talked Fagsy and Nikki's ear off and Taya and Trisha and all that, but I knew that you had a lot of people to meet, and so I just wanted to tell you what I had to feel. I wanted to make sure that I told you that thing about Keisha and the mother's milk.
He came up to me. He goes, he came up to me and he said the whole time Keisha was talking about the baby, all I could hear was mother's milk.
Yeah, that's right. We all did.
Listen, I have to tell you,
irony did not fall.
No, I would love to talk to you again sometime. I know Mark has your number because you sent. He's the one who sent you the gift. I would love to talk to you at length sometime, just about the experience, what it was like for you to see, and what my experience was as well. I'd love to just off air have a convo with you. Okay.
That would be fantastic.
Okay.
Anytime.
Good. I'm glad that production didn't hate me because one time, that moment you saw when I was like, it's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. Are we really doing it? I apologize for that for like a week for the rest of the time in the house.
Are you kidding? Did you watch that sequence yet? Have you watched any sequence?
No, but people told me that aired, so I'm like, oh God, that aired. Because I was like, are you kidding me? I'm here. It's 2 in the morning.
Well, I know you were a little scared about the walrus, which, by the way, on Reddit, they called you the Walross.
Walrus, where I went, and I had the hair pieces taped to my face.
Okay. I know you were scared about that. We did not do a whole scene. It was just an ID shot. So when they were, I think it was Omarosa and Mark were talking about you in the HOH room, we cut to you really quickly, and it got a laugh.
It was funny.
So.
Good. I can't listen. At this point, whatever. You could show anything you want. What am I hiding? But that's fascinating. I mean, we're getting a real 360 look at the experience in Big Brother, from producers to Rosie O'Donnell, famous people watching, to the winner, Marissa here, and me as well. What a really phenomenal show. And hey, I want to tell you, great work on the show, okay?
Thank you very much. Hey, great job on the show.
You know what?
I mean, everybody, the entire cast was fantastic. I don't think they could have got a better cast, but you were, I'm talking to you right now, and you were just really phenomenal.
Really phenomenal work. And I know I was your favorite, but you can't say it because you work on the show. I was your favorite. You know it.
Do you want to call that other person?
Do you want to just say that I'm your favorite? Do you want to say it?
He wants to have his job.
Do you want to say it? Do you want to say that I'm your favorite?
Ross. Ross. He has to work on the show. He's not allowed.
Fine. If I'm not everyone quiet. If I'm not your favorite, say it right now.
And moving on?
No, just let it be quiet. If I'm not your favorite, say it right now. Say, Ross, you're not my favorite. That's all I need to know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the call.
Jaret,
Thank you so much. No, we all heard you.
Thank you, Jaret.
We heard you not say anything. I understand. That'll hold up in court.
I'll say this. Kiss, kiss.
Oh, really? Hold on. Let's see. Am I your favorite?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Okay. Thank you, honey. I'll see you soon.
Bye,
Mark will text you my information. Okay,
Open it
we'll
back
get
up
together.
for me. I didn't finish the last 4 digits.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks, honey. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Here, Mark. We might get one last person on the phone to talk about something very quickly.
Okay.
Why don't I have her? Well, we can't get a call out. Why don't you ask one more question, Fagsy, and then we might get one more
question.
Quickly. One more.
Okay, so I can open this up to everyone. If you, for the next celebrity Big Brother, who would you want to see? Like, pick 3 celebrities you would want to see. Who would you want to see in the Big Brother
I have to think
house?
That's a beautiful question. I have to think about it. I mean, someone I would like to see. I love when there's people who make news in the house. So someone like a Lindsay Lohan in the house would be fascinating to me. And I think
that's good.
And I think even with Omarosa, people are like, eye roll and everything. But she had a platform to show you something different, right? Something else.
That's right.
It is a beautiful platform to use. And I think if they ever do the show again, they've got to have someone Omarosa level of newsworthiness.
I wonder who that would be.
That's what I'm saying. Someone like Lindsay, who we haven't seen in a while, would make great news.
Yeah, she would.
So I don't know.
Do you have anybody, CJ? That's a
on.
hard one, isn't it?
She's on. Okay, hold on real quick. Caller, are you there? They don't know who you are yet.
Yeah, obviously I'm here, Ross.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my co-star from Celebrity Big Brother, Brandi Glanville, on the phone right now. Hi, Brandi.
Hi. I missed you already.
I know, it's so weird. On the show so far, we've had Brandi, we've had Marissa, Jaret, Winokur, we've had Rosie O'Donnell, who was a big fan of the show, on the show. We had a producer, Jaret, on the show, who just talked to us, and now you on the show, Brandi. It does feel like a family, does it not?
It feels like can we cuss or no?
Yes, go for it.
Oh, it just feels like a really fucked up Modern Family.
Yes, exactly. Because we have fought. You've all seen it. Brandi, you and I had a moment on the show where you were mad at me because I couldn't keep my word to you. And I have to say, at the end, you ended up voting for me, and I'm so grateful because you voted for the right person, the person who played the hardest game. Was that a tough decision for you?
You know what? Honestly, it wasn't. I think that people they just were thinking with their hearts and not their heads, and it was just too personal. Like, come on, you're going to vote for the person that was the shadiest that played the best game.
Yes, right. It's Big Brother, honey. We're not a church.
Exactly. I was like shocked that everyone was so upset and personally hurt over this game that we all knew we had signed up for.
I know. Now listen, when did you forgive me?
I'm still not over it.
How dare you? Come on.
But, no, immediately. Honestly, I walked out. I talked to Julie, and, the second you said you were going to buy me happy hour for life, I'm like, we are great.
Yes, I don't know if that was on the show, but I haven't seen it. But after Brandi was really mad at me, I went in and said, listen, I feel awful, but for my game, I have to do this. And she was like, it's okay. I still love you. And I said, I'll make you this deal. This is a promise I can keep. I will pay for your happy hour for life. And she reached her hand out to me and said, I'm expensive. But that is the absolute truth, Brandi. I will pay for your happy hour for life, but that only goes till 6 p.m., okay? Happy hour's from 3 to 6.
And you have to be there, right?
Yeah, and I have to be there, okay? 3 to 6.
On Wednesdays.
We didn't go over those details prior, but
well, you didn't read the fine print.
There,
yes, I'm so grateful that you
not.
did. Listen, the truth is, Brandi, I knew you going to this house a little bit. We had hung out before, and I loved what I knew. But then the fact is that you, me, Ari, and Marissa had quite a bond. And I want you to know, had I been able to, I would have stayed true to that alliance, even though I knew a woman was going to win this game. Okay? I would have. I was really true to that alliance. But once we were put up on the block together, we each had to save our asses, and that's what happened. But do you count yourself as grateful for meeting these friends that I think we'll have for a lifetime?
I mean, absolutely. That's what I said. I told Ari, I said, I can't have a final two with you. I already have one with Ross. And by the way, that's probably not going to work because it's going to come to a point where we're all going to be fighting for that spot.
Yeah.
So let's not make any more deals. And, it was just, it is, honestly, my biggest takeaway is the friends that I will have forever. And even Ari, I can't get the girl out of my bed. She slept over every night since we've been out of the house.
Oh, I didn't know that. Tell her to text Ross back because she hasn't texted me back all morning, and I was trying to get her on the show too. So thanks a lot. Tell her to text me back.
Oh, I will. She's like, I don't really use my phone to text. I just use it to take pictures.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe
Kids these days.
that.
Kids these days. Brandi, I have to say, I was so pleased when I walked out to see a familiar face, and every day we were in that house together. I know people are giving you a lot of shit because you got drunk on the show, but you were so entertaining and so funny, and you are so honest, and that was so rare in that house. And I know it was funny and it was nice to have honesty, and it hurt when that honesty was aimed towards me, but I appreciated it always. So thank you. I'm so glad you were in there.
Oh, me too. And I'm excited for tomorrow night. We can go in and we can all get drunk and there won't be cameras around.
Yes.
Well, maybe, hopefully there won't be.
We're going to dinner. We're going to dinner at a very fancy, fancy Hollywood place. And so we're going to go there. We're going to get dressed up and we're going to go. Brandi, if you could give me, what's your biggest regret from inside the house? Like now reflecting upon it.
My biggest regret is voting for Shannon because I wasn't really doing it to get a vote at the end. I was honestly doing it because I felt sorry for her because she was so crazy. Like, she was so crazy, rocking back and forth in the corner with her glasses on.
Yeah.
Really? It was crazy. So the mom in me felt like, oh, I don't want to let her go out with everyone against her. I was not thinking about that game at all. And now watching it back, I was so stupid.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, my biggest regret is not being able to keep my word to you. And that's the truth. And I've said it multiple times. You know it's true. And you know I adore you and I love you. And I'm so glad that we got close. But I'm also glad to be out of that fucking house, even though it was an amazing experience. Have you acclimated back to the real world?
I'm getting better. Ari is not, she's not better yet. She's like, I want to go back. And then Marissa's texting me, I'm not okay. I want to go back in the house. And I'm thinking, you guys are insane. We didn't have sunlight for a month.
Yeah, they're telling me the same thing, and it is I can't believe that's what they're saying. So we were going to get them. We're going to shake it out of them when we go to dinner. Okay, tomorrow night. I'll see you then. Sound good, baby? I thank you so much for calling. I love you.
Perfect.
Everyone, listen to.
I love you too. Have a good one.
Listen to Brandi's podcast, everyone. What's it called?
Oh, I forgot.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. It's Brandi Glanville Unfiltered.
Brandi Glanville Unfiltered. Everyone go listen to it on iTunes and everything. Okay. Love you, Brandi.
Right. Thank you, Ben.
Bye, honey.
All right, see you tomorrow. Bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye. Oh my God, isn't that funny? But it's the absolute truth. We just made so many friends.
She's so funny. I became a Brandi Glanville fan from Big Brother. I never watched the Housewives show.
Well, listen, I think
great.
this is going to be it for this show, okay? And we usually do 2. We'll get back to it. I'm just so tired. I'm like, I don't have it in me.
Amazing you're here, Ross.
Well, because I got out. I've been doing press nonstop and then came here, so I'm just so tired.
Nobody will be upset at that. You deserve it, man.
Thank you, babies. All right, so here's the deal. If you want to follow me on social media, it's Hello Ross and everything. Fagsy is at Fagsy Malone. CJ is CJ Life, CJAYLYFE. Nikki Boyer is at Nikki B TV. We love Nikki Boyer. She'll be back soon.
Love you, Nikki.
Love it. Sending her so much love. And a big thank you for holding down the fort while I was in the big house. Thanks to Benstown Studio for letting us record in their beautiful location. Kiss, kiss. Mark is Bubba the Bulky. J-Rod is Joss_Rodriguez. J-Rod is here. Back. Willie, can you turn that computer down just a skosh, J-Rod? That's a little loud. We have a new thing where I'll be able to control it coming up. Thank you so much for that. Willie is at Will Sterling _. He'll be back too. Thank you guys. I have to tell you, I missed you. I felt you guys supporting me all the way through. I felt it even if I didn't know it was happening. And when I came out of the house and saw how alive you guys and the conversation was with you guys about what was going on inside the house, my heart was full. We're family and we were there for each other. Thank you so much. And now I'm back.
Yep.
Like when your dad goes to prison for a while. You know, everyone's been there. And he comes back and you're like, Dad's back?
Yeah.
Fuck Dad. Well, I love you too.
Funny. Now you're getting punchy.
Yeah.
You're so tired of getting punchy.
Please make it
even
stop.
drank today.
Turn it off. I need to turn it off, but it's like I can't stop broadcasting now because I'm used to being on 24/7.
Okay.
You guys have to turn this off for me.
funny.
I can't say goodbye.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you
Turn
next
it
week.
off. Turn it off for me because I can't turn it off myself.
Turn down Ross's mic.
Who wants to talk more? One more thing.